to be see-through. I always said this is that I'm staying around people, finding my own path like I'm writing my own sequel. Two-faced people all around, they be evil. 2021, you can never trust nobody. Good and bad thoughts on my mind, they be crowded. Pushing nigga past his limits, then you see he bought it. Family work hard, but I never catch them found it. Came a long way, in my dream now I be drowning. Niggas stay dying, I got some hearts pounded. Multi-talented, my passion I haven't found it. Yeah, in my home, I was never ever doubted.
Good evening to each and everyone. Happy Easter to each and everyone who celebrate Easter. Happy Easter Sunday to each and everyone. It's your boy JFC Gargan back again with another video for you guys. For all the Chelsea fans, this probably won't be that video that you guys love, but right now it's just us living the reality of what's going on in Chelsea Football Club. And plus Liverpool got a wonderful victory today. Liverpool go 2 points clear at the top over Man City and Arsenal because that game finished 0-0. But it was some exciting game this weekend, to be honest. Every time after the international break, it always start off the league with a bang. When I say start off with a bang, I mean with a bang, because we got some really, really good game over the weekend. If you check Newcastle, West Ham United, Sheffield, Fulham, was some good games for some and not so good for some. So it's a lovely take, for the Premier League, for all of us who invest in the Premier League, all of us who really love the Premier League. So it's a good look. For the neutral, it's magnificent, because for the neutral, we all know that if you're not really a fan of no special team, it was some wonderful game over the weekends for you guys to take in. And that's why we all love the Premier League. And that's why we all watch and support the Premier League. And the Premier League been delivering. That's why it's the best league in the world right now. So we have to admit that the Premier League right now is the most watched league in the world. Not only most watched league in the world, it started being very entertaining, because La Liga don't give you this entertaining. Because if we do, it's gonna speak the truth and talk about we're gonna watch La Liga. The only time we're gonna watch La Liga is when you're up against the Juventus, up against the Inter Milan or the AC Milan and probably Napoli. But other from that, like the rest of the game is just some normal games. But in the Premier League, like, you want to watch each and every team that's playing in the Premier League, because you never can sit too comfortable, because none of us know what's gonna happen in the Premier League. And that's why we all love the Premier League. So the Premier League weekend. Hey Andy, I got a little gift for you, brother. I got a little gift for you, Liverpool fan. If you win the league, just tune in, because I'm rooting for you guys. I have a gift for you, because you're one of my most supportive. So let me know, what size Liverpool shirt do you wear? If you can comment in the comment section. Yeah, but it was really, really fantastic, to watch the game. Like, I was glad when the game was drew, because if you notice, it's not saying I got an agenda, but if you notice how the league set up, right? Arsenal is my biggest rival in London, right? Man City, I don't want Man City to win the league 4 times in a row. Yep, you're 100% right. But if you're still there, Andy, just let me know, because I know you're a Liverpool supporter. Just let me know, so I can get your sizes, so you can get a Liverpool shirt. Liverpool Notorious Stash in the building. The Notorious Stash in the building. Yeah. For me today, when Liverpool go down, like, it seems like Chelsea go down today. To be honest, it was hurtful. And the reason why I hurt so much is for me is like if Man City win, they're gonna win the tackle 4 times in a row. And none of us can ever gonna say that we're gonna or a team gonna be able to match it, to be quite honest. I don't think none of us team gonna be able to match it 4 times in a row. And if Arsenal win it, like they're gonna say London is red. And for me, that's something that I can't take. So it's have to be like a bias in me to want Liverpool to win it. So for me, Liverpool is the team what I would really want to see go all the way. No, no problem, no problem. If you can follow me on Twitter and message me on Twitter, that's fine with me. It's GFC Garvin on Twitter. If you can follow me on Twitter and message me privately on Twitter, I can get to you. That's what I said. I was surprised because I saw the Liverpool flag up there, and then it says Spurs. But probably it's just doing a collection. But follow me on Twitter, Andy, and just message me on Twitter. Yeah, so we're gonna do a rundown of the of all the games today. That not today. We're gonna leave today for last. We're gonna go from the weekend because honestly, all these weekend game was magnificent. It was really, really, really magnificent. Andy, you need to switch to a Spurs flag because you have up that Liverpool flag. I swear you were a Liverpool supporter. But that's what the Premier League give us anyway, Andy. We all can choose which team that we like. You know, yeah, we're gonna start off with the first game of the weekend. This is a magnificent game. This was a classic against Newcastle versus West Ham United. Was a classic. It was a 7-goal thriller. I never imagined that Newcastle could have really come back and win this game after the way where they started off scoring first, and you got no social unfortunate. There have to be another way. Let me see if I can find another way to get to you, Andy. I'm gonna figure out a way out a way. Just tell me the size. Just tell me the size if you're still there. Just let me know the size. So Andy's is my first giveaway. Okay, in the future. All right, that's cool. That's cool with me. But you're always here every week, so I always wanna show my appreciation because you're always here supporting, and I always love the support. Yeah, yeah. So West Ham United go 3-1 up, and there comes Newcastle storming back with a 3-goal answer with some magnificent strike too. It's some really good goals that Newcastle scored to bring back the game 3-3. Even though it's a little controversial with that penalty, that last penalty, I feel for me, I think the referee make the wrong choice. I don't think that was a penalty, to be quite honest, because the player wasn't going for the ball. Oh, the Chelsea woman, they lost in the extra time, in the 116 minutes, 4 minutes away from penalty. They lost. I think Chelsea some controversial goal again too, where they rule out a goal that Chelsea scored, but I think Arsenal win it 1-0 in extra time. So I think Arsenal win that trophy because Chelsea been winning all the trophy in the women's games for the last couple of months, but I think Arsenal win that one today. The goal was 1-0. Let me double check, but that's exactly what happened. I think they win it in the 116 minutes. It's unfortunate that it went that way, to be quite honest, because MIA is her last rodeo, so I would have loved if she did take it home with her, to be quite honest, because she's gonna retire at the end of the season, and to be honest, she built something wonderful there. To be quite honest, it's a good look, for real. Like the women game is growing so much. Let me talk a little bit about the women games before we even go to the Premier League, because we have to give the woman the respect, and the women game is growing magnificent. Real, when I said growing, I mean like it's really growing, and we love to see, where women take their stand, or take their place in this world, because there is no part in life like one end can clap. You have to be both. So for me, like, congratulations to all the women teams across the world, who's there and putting in the work. It's modern time now. It's not about this is a man's sport, or this is, if a woman can do it, like a woman just have to give them the chance to do it. We see women being mechanic, we see women being engineer, we see women being president, or so it's just a fear, for long as they qualify for the job, I think they should get it. Doesn't matter the post. It's not like back in the days where there's a certain job the woman can do. Like, we have to honor the woman, because without a woman, none of us would be here on this earth. So we have to appreciate where we're coming from. And the woman game is growing really, 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 globally right now. And hats off to all the women that play the game, the mayhem from back in the days, and all these women that really, really help to grow the sports across the world. And I appreciate MIAs and the Barcelona coach and the Leon coach, all the women that really, show because the fan was there. I think it was a record breaking, fan. So that to show you that women are getting their respect. That's what I can say about it. And it was a good technical game, end to end. Arsenal have five shot, six shot, and Chelsea got five. So it was like a pretty even rodeo game, but good tactical coaching and stuff like that. But unfortunate that Chelsea lost the game. But hopefully whosoever take over for MAAs can come in and put in the same mentality that she gonna leave. But you got some good teams in the women league, because you got Manchester City, you got even Manchester United got a good team too. Manchester City and Chelsea tied there on points, pushing each other to the limit. Arsenal is a couple points behind because Chelsea defeat them. So I think they're like 3 or 4 points behind Man City and Chelsea. But this game is growing, and we love to see the game grow overall. I hope one day they can get the same pay rate like what the men's get, or even a little bit halfway that, a little bit more. But in time, it's gonna grow. In time, they will get they will earn their respect and get what they need to get. So back from the women game now, back to the Premier League. So Newcastle what a magnificent game, to be quite honest. It was something that take me off my seat. I was surprised, to be quite honest, because I think Newcastle was down and out. And to see the way how they will come back and win it, that to show you that Newcastle have a fighting spirit. Unfortunate that West Ham United, and I'm gonna touch this when I touch the Chelsea topic, because I'm leaving the Chelsea topic for last, because that's my team, and we got a little bit of news and stuff. So I will see how I can go about that one for last, because I heard something about Reece James, which it can't be true. So we're gonna leave that one for last. So West Ham United throw it away after go 3-1 up. And Isak scored 2 penalty, and Harvey Barnes come on and score a brace too. So give Newcastle all 3 points. Bournemouth and Everton. What's really going on with Everton? Everton seems like they cannot win a game at all. But I'm gonna tell you when Everton gonna win. Wait until they go up against Chelsea, because Chelsea is charity FC. They always find a way to give the team that struggle points. Chelsea is always been known to help someone. They're a good helper. But to be honest, Everton seems like they're gonna get relegated, to be quite honest. If they don't turn this around, this form that they're on, if they don't turn it around, they're about to get a wake up call, because I think Everton is one of the teams that never get relegated for the longest time in the Premier League, to be quite honest. Chelsea get relegated before Everton, and think all the teams did already get relegated except Everton. I think Everton is in the league for a long time. I can't remember when Everton got relegated, to be quite honest. It's supposed to be one of the longest serving team in the Premier League. Yeah, so for the game, but it's kind of hard, like, because one of the goals is an own goal for Everton. So that's what kind of get me, like they start off the season when they get the points for the deduction. They're on a good form, to be quite honest. Even I was saying that if they didn't get the points deduction, they would have more points than even Chelsea at one point. And after that, they just seems like they just hit a hard place. Like they're just sliding, and like they got no way back at all. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. That was a game where both teams just trying to get a result. To be quite honest, it wasn't nothing fantastic from this game. So this game finished 1-1. Nottingham Forest get some point deduction, so they're in the relegation zone because of the 4 point deduction. So they're the next one that's fighting for their life too. They're fighting to hold on, to be quite honest, because if not, they would have both Crystal Palace, because Roy Hodgson, since they fired him, they got that new manager. But that new kid that they bring in January, that young midfielder, I think his name is Adams. What a player! I think Chelsea was linked with that player, but who Chelsea haven't been linked with? But what a player! I see that kid make a pass, open up the midfield, and make a true pass through. Like, if the striker was good, was clinical enough, that would be the assist of the season. That to show you that Crystal Palace got some good players. Nottingham Forest too. But I just think Nottingham Forest did what Chelsea did. They buy too much one time, and players gonna have to be getting ready to gel with each other, and it's kind of tough, to see that teams struggle like this, because my team struggle the same way. Chelsea have been struggling in this form. Like when I say struggle, like really struggle, like different identity, different style of play. Every players is coming from different background. Like the recruitment, you have to say that, because Caicedo is coming from a team where he he can do whatever at the ball, and have players in spaces that can take the pass. And in Chelsea, you don't got that. So he started off really looking shaky, but the same thing with Nottingham Forest, like too much one time. But the next game that take everyone by surprise is that game, man. That game, Sheffield United versus Fulham. How did Fulham get back into this game? How did Sheffield United find a way? Sheffield is going down. How they find a way to throw this away when it's all written, a victory for them? This was all written in the book as a victory for them. Like, honestly, if I did think that if I was the one that's gonna say that they were gonna get a 3 point, to be quite honest, this was the one that I would say, yeah, they definitely getting a 3 point. Imagine they go two goals up, and then they go 3-1 up, and they still find a way. They still find a way to make Fulham come back and equalize. And take and well, I'm not gonna lie to you. The equalizer was a fantastic volley. That one is one that you don't see on a regular basis, but when you do see them, they're so beautiful. And that equalizer is something magnificent, magnificent. Like, it's a really well taken goal, to be quite honest. I watched that one on the replay like 5 or 6 times, to be quite honest. That was a really taken from that young Brazilian striker. That's what the Brazilian been known for. Even though for a while now they haven't been showing the Brazilian flair, but that was a well taken goal. Like, I really love that goal, to be quite honest. The Tottenham versus Luton. Luton is another team that I really want to see them stay up. If I'm being honest with you guys, I really want to see Luton stay up. I would love to see Luton stay up in the Premier League because they got something special about them that draw your attention, and for you to really like them. Luton is a likable team, a team that you can like, by watching them play, the way they play for each other, the way they never give up, but they find a way how to throw it away too. So for me, like, Luton is one of those teams that frustrate you, and meanwhile they're frustrating you, you can do nothing but adore them and love them. And that's what you get from Luton. That's what I myself get from Luton. Like, it's so hard to want to see them go down. Like, you definitely want to see them gradually grow and stay in the Premier League because of what they show early in the season. Like, they never die attitude. Like, they never give up. And that's what we love about Luton. Like, they never give up. They always keep on fighting. And that's what you want to see teams do when they come in the Premier League. You want to see team fight. You want to see team never give up. Stuff like those, like, make you really want to sit there and, like, yeah, this is a team you want to see in the Premier League, because you don't want to see a free point team in the Premier League, because that's what the Premier League known for. Like, any team can beat any team at any time, at any given time, any moment. And that's what makes the Premier League so special. It's not like the rest of the league where, once Juventus is going down to Empoli, or it's a certain 3 points. Bayern Munich is going to a Freiburg or whatsoever, it's a 3-pointer. Real Madrid is going to a Sassuolo or or any of those little teams that in and around in there, that's a definitely 3-pointer. It's not like that in the Premier League, and that's what the Premier League is so unique. The Premier League is unique on its own because you never can tell. And once you can never tell the result, that make it more passionate for me, for viewers or who's watching, neutral or whatsoever, or rival, because like Man City's going, I think it's Wednesday. He's going to Aston Villa is going there. You never can tell what you're gonna get from Aston Villa. Aston Villa can turn up and be a world beater. Arsenal is going to Luton, and Luton gonna put a fight in, even if they're gonna get defeated. But Luton ain't going down without a fight. Liverpool is going to Sheffield United, right? You know that Liverpool probably walk away with a victory, but you never can tell what Sheffield's gonna bring up. Like Sheffield can turn up. That's what I'm saying. Like the Premier League is just unique. It's different. It's special because you never can tell which team's gonna turn up at each given moment, and that's what we all love with the Premier League, to be honest. And that's what makes it so special. So for me, Tottenham, it's a good win for them. But Luton is just so unfortunate that they keep on taking the lead and then keep on giving it away. And then still, after they give it away, they realize they start a fight. If they can stay focused for 90 minutes, they can beat Arsenal. And as I said that, Arsenal can go and smash them too. So it's both sides of the coin. But we will see when those games come up over the week, over the midweek. We will see how it goes. But good win for Tottenham, a 2-1 victory over Luton. Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton. Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton. I'm gonna say 2 good goals from Aston Villa. Wolves is another team that you can't sleep on them because you never can tell what you're gonna get from Wolves. But overall, like they've been playing good. They're above Chelsea. They're above us. So good game overall from I haven't met Carefree Lewis yet. But I watch his channel all the time. Always watch their channel though. I never go on Carefree Lewis channel yet. I haven't been on Matisse, but I do watch Matisse though. I do watch him. Yeah, I do watch all these channels though. But I haven't go on it this weekend because it's the Easter holiday, so I was mostly out with my kids and enjoy the Easter holiday. I wasn't gonna let Chelsea spoil my my weekend, to be quite honest, because I know that's what Chelsea's good for. They're good to spoil the weekend, to be honest. So I never really get to watch any of their match reaction, to be quite honest. I never get to watch it this weekend. None of their match reaction, because you cannot let, even though we love the team and invest so much, but when it come on to some certain moments, like you have to walk away, a little bit and take a breather, and that's what I have to do this weekend, to be quite honest. Do a little bit of Easter egg hunting for the kids and little stuff like that. It was special. Spend time with the family and lock Chelsea out for a minute until this morning when I wake up and I have to do this video. I wake up back to reality. But those channels are some of my favorite channels, though. I do watch each and every one of them, to be quite honest. I try to watch, and if I can go in the comment section, I do, but I never really go on the stream with them. I would love to do a show with Matisse, though. I know that for a fact, and I would love to do a show with Lewis too, because Lewis is what Chelsea perspective. I do go on it one time, so I'm planning to do many more shows. But my work schedule is the one that kind of keep me away from that one a little bit, because my work schedule is like 5:45 in the morning, and that's the time you come on at 6. So most of the time when he's on live, I'm at work. But hopefully one of the weekends I can start to do some weekend show on Chelsea Perplex YouTube channel. Yeah, he's my one of my inspiration. So I would definitely be over there, to be quite honest. Yeah, but he come on my show too. So to answer your question, he come on. I go on his show. He come on my show already. And as I said, that's one of my favorite YouTube channel. To really listen each and every day. Like every day, I do listen. Even if I cannot get to comment in the comment section if I'm busy, but I always do. I always have my earpiece in and I always listen and tune in to his channel. Because as he always says, selfness is, but he's a good man though. He help everyone that's have a channel, try to help each and every channel to grow. And that's the great thing about that man. That man is great. Coach is a great man. Beckford versus Manchester United. Money Mace. Money Mace come on and celebrate that he win it for Manchester United, but unfortunate Ivan Toney and Beckford have a different thing in mind. To be honest, Money Mace celebrate like he just won the Premier League for Manchester United after he scored. What a celebration. We all would have think that he won them the Premier League, but Ivan Toney and Beckford have a different thing in mind. To be quite honest, they're there to spoil the party. And this is what more frustrates me the most. I'm not talking about Chelsea now, but all these teams keep on dropping points and Chelsea still cannot gain points. Like I still can understand what's really going on. If all these teams can keep on dropping points, Brighton drop points, West Ham drop points, Wolverhampton drop points, Manchester United drop points, and we still cannot gain any points advantage. Like, I don't know. It seems like Chelsea know they're going to lose, so they're just like, oh, let me lose too. So we stay in between. Like, you cannot gain points. Like, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea, but Chelsea is something else. So Liverpool, what a classic game. Was another good game today. The Liverpool game was a really good game. Liverpool take care of business, and that's what you want team to do. You want your team to take care of business when business needs to take care of. And that's what Liverpool have right now over the next two teams that's chasing. Liverpool take care of business all season long. They've been finding ways. And they find a way today from a team that they struggle to beat. If you notice, the few teams that Liverpool struggle against this season, they find a way how to beat them. Because Liverpool always struggle against Bradford and they always struggle against Brighton. But they still find a way how to win. And that's what makes champion. Champion made out of when the going get rough and the going get tough, you find a way. With injury and all of that, they find a way. And that's why I look at Liverpool and said Liverpool can go and win this. This is in Liverpool and at this point in time, to be honest. The court, the ball, the court, everything is in Liverpool end. And that's what you need. You need your team to, when the going get tough, you need your team to find a way. And that's what Liverpool been doing. And honestly, they've been finding way. And find a way, yes, that's exactly what they did. They did find a way. And no one can take nothing away from Liverpool, to be quite honest. No one at all cannot say anything about Liverpool, because Liverpool do find a way how to win. And that's what you ask for your team, to be honest. So all Liverpool supporters supposed to be happy now and rather be on your team, to be honest, because Liverpool is showing a real sign of champions. And this is how champions have been made. You know, when it going get rough and tough, you know, when the pressure is on, you know, you'll find a way how to solve the problem before the pressure bursts pipe. And that's what Liverpool been doing. You know, they've been finding the way for the pressure not to burst the pipe. And they do come out victorious. What a way and what a comeback. It was some good goals scored today, to be honest. The first goal from Danny Welbeck was a well-taken strike. It was a magnificent strike. And strike like that you cannot take nothing away from. You know, the keeper stand no chance at all. The way how we take it. And you have to give credit where credit due, because Liverpool have been the outstanding team this season. I know Arsenal be hitting teams away, you know, to be quite honest. I know they've been scoring free flowing, but they start off struggling, the whole entire season struggling, to be honest. And if it wasn't for that controversial game against Tottenham, you know, where I guess they robbed Liverpool. You can say rob, you can say, you know, controversial or whatever, VAR, you know, bad choices, bad decision making, and whatever you want to put it. You know, if it wasn't for that moment, Liverpool would be clear ahead, to be quite honest, because Liverpool should have won that game against Tottenham. But as I said, like, that's already passed. You can count that in it, because that's already taken its course. But if we're supposed to look at all the teams right now, how they've been going, for me, if Liverpool beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, everyone can just look at it and say Liverpool are the clear champions. Because if you look on the run that Liverpool got right now, to be honest, it's not, I'm not going to say it's a walk in the park, you know, but with all their players coming back to fitness, like, Liverpool can go on and do it. And Klopp is a man, like, he know how, you know, to rally his team and to get the best out of them and help and get them across the line. But remember, Man City only beat them by a point twice. You know, so that to show you that this Liverpool team know how to cross the line. You know, they know how to compete. And for me right now, like, this is the moment for them, because, you know, after Klopp, they're gonna have to rally back their team over, because they're gonna have to get a new manager, and they got new people on the board coming in and all of those stuff. So right now it's up to them to kickstart and go on and do what Liverpool does, you know. So it's all in their hands, to be quite honest. It's all in Liverpool hand right now, because the draw with Man City and Arsenal, which we're coming to, you know, it do wonders for Liverpool. So it did fall right in their favor today, because right now they're 2 points clear. Even though, you know, Arsenal got like a 6-goal difference, but at 2 points clear, you know, Liverpool only want to see one of those two teams like lose a game or drop one more point, you know, and then then there will be like 4 points ahead and our 5 points ahead. So that to show you that Liverpool is on the right track. So right now it's up to Liverpool in the next 9 games to go on a 9 games undefeated run, which we see Liverpool do that many times before. We all know that Liverpool do that many times. So it's not nothing new, or it's not nothing surprising, to be quite honest, for Liverpool, because it's something that they did more than once. And it's something that I believe in. I believe they can do. And I got faith in them. I know they can do it. So as I said, it's up to them to go on that little run. And after they go on that run, they just have to just close it. Because that draw with Arsenal and Man City, it couldn't come at a better time to put them right back on top. But it was a good game, to be quite honest. With Liverpool game, it was a really good game. And the big game of the day, to be honest, there's nothing much we can take away from this game. To be honest, like, it was both team cancel each other out. Both team. You can see both team play. They play like they want to win, but they were more worried and concerned about their defensive issue. So both teams was not attacking the way how we would expect them to attack, to be quite honest, because it seems like they didn't none of the other wanna concede. So it wasn't that entertaining for me, but I'm gonna say, like, it's just part of the game. You cannot lose at this point in time, because a loss would have been bad for either. So for me, it was nothing bad. What they try to do is cancel each other out, and if they get a chance to nick it, they will nick it. But overall, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all for Liverpool. Liverpool is the winner today, to be honest. Liverpool is victorious in this 29 games round, because Liverpool won their game and go on top of the table, 2 points clear of Arsenal and 3 points clear of Man City. So Liverpool walk out the victorious in this one. And congratulations to Liverpool. But overall, I wanna thank the rest of the team this weekend to really put on a show, really fantastic show where we all could have sit and enjoy, even if your team lost. If you watch the rest of the games, I know you did get a kick out of some of them, because some of them was really interested, especially the Newcastle West Ham game, the Fulham and Sheffield United. The Aston Villa game wasn't a bad game either. Majority of the game this weekend, you can say, it wasn't that bad at all. For the United States fans, they're probably glad to see Charlie Adams start his first game, for the season. So it was a lot of positivity that can come away from this one. All the Jamaicans will be glad to see that fantastic goal from Mikel Antonio, the Jamaican international. What a finish. So, it was some good performance over the weekend, with some good goals and a lot of excitement. And talking about good goals, now we're touching on the Chelsea point. What's really going on with Chelsea? This is what we really want to talk about. What's going on with Chelsea? it's hard to take and it's hard to predict and it's hard to see. Strasbourg fans was demonstrating today about the blue coal, the owners of Chelsea, because you know the owners of Chelsea own that Strasbourg team, and they were protesting, so they want them out, and this don't look good for them though, because if they really do try to see they're gonna buy, we can say another team from another country, because they want to build this they trying to build this group where they go around and buy different teams, and what's going on at Strasbourg right now ain't looking good for them, because a lot of teams and owners gonna look into it now, and like now a lot of fan base right now are gonna say no to their project, because they see what's going on in Strasbourg. Like they buy a whole bunch of young players, which is good for the future. Not complaining. You buy a lot of young players for the future, but the same thing that they did at Chelsea, you're trying to change it too quick. Like you cannot get rid of so many senior players and bring in so many young players and expect, they all gonna grow together and click together. It's gonna take time. And football these days don't got patience or time. It's here and now, and that's where it is right now. To be quite honest, it's here and now. And for me, I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing, because I know that to buy good young players, it's always look good for the future. And for the future, that's what you want. You want young players that gonna grow and be world class, where either you can make profit from them or they can lead it to titles and trophies. So it's a 50-50. But when it's not going good, it can be disastrous. And these young players cannot, or probably won't able to take all this pressure. And what I mean by taking this pressure, like players now see what's going on, and if they see all these fans being protesting and talking all this stuff that's going around, what they don't like, we're gonna get to most of these young players, and it can bring up a negative environment for most of these young players. Just like with Chelsea right now, like it's not going according to plan, for what they're looking for. But if you notice what they're saying at Chelsea, the stat we should be in fourth, but stat don't play the game. A stat can show you a million things. The result is what matters in this game. Like stat doesn't matter at all, because stat doesn't make sense at all to me, to be quite honest. You can have the best stat, do not get result. The stat doesn't matter. You can have stat to say you lose 30 games by 1-0, where you hit the post in the whole 30 games like 5 times. It still doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you still didn't get the 3 points, and the 3 points is all that matter in each and every game. If you don't get the 3 points, the stat doesn't matter. The stat doesn't make sense. Doesn't necessarily, whatever you want to say, it doesn't work that way. So for me, talking about stats and all of this, like the points is what matters in the game, and result and result is what shape what the future is supposed to be, or what the future gonna look like. Stat doesn't tell you what the future is gonna look like. Result, because when the more result you get, is the more confident you be, and the more you gradually grow. And if you're not growing in the if you're not growing overall in the game, like it's not gonna make sense at all. You know, you have to get result to grow confident, and that's what gonna make champions. Like you need players to get confident, and the only way you're gonna gain confidence is getting result. When you start to get result and the fans is behind you, that's what gonna drive the player on. That's what gonna motivate the players. And at this time, like players are not motivated because the result ain't going the way, and they're feeling the pressure from the fans. Even if you want to come out and bat them and say that no, players do got social media, and if they don't, their family member been seeing it, their management team probably seeing it. You know, it's a lot. You know, it's really a lot. So it's not just what's going on, you know, off the pitch or on the pitch. Like result do matter. You know, it does. Like you have to pick up victory, because without the victory, it doesn't make sense. And that's what killing Strasbourg right now. Even though they win today, you know, they win 2 goals to nothing. You know, where Santos got a wonderful performance again. You know, in that midfield for Strasbourg, but overall their fans are not happy, and Chelsea fans are not happy either. So these owners, they come in. I'm not saying that what they're doing is wrong, because if it work out in the future, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, I made this mistake. You know, I'm the one like to sit and watch and see. You know, if we were in the relegation zone, I would be more worried. But I'm at this point in time, I'm willing to give them the chance to see what they're really about, and even these financial problems that lurking around the club since they get in. You know, spend $1 billion so quick. We all know why they did it, or they try to do it. It's always they always trying to find a loophole. You know, sometimes loophole do work for you. Sometimes at the time it seems like it was a good loophole, but did they check the other side of it? You know, I know you're probably digging a tunnel, and you dig the tunnel, you know, and then when you reach at the end of the tunnel, you see that there's a Pacific over there where you have nowhere to go. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna have to turn right back around, you know, and it's just one of those days, you know. But for me, the future look bright for some of these young players. Some hit the ground running, like Cole Palmer, Mario Götze. Götze look really good too, you know. So that's just two. Petrovic ain't a bad keeper, even though we made that mistake, made that big mistake. But can I say he's not a good goalkeeper? He looked better than Sanchez for me. You know, that to show you that the rush that we rush to always trying to get these players, like it seems like there's no plan at all. Because if you were gonna go for Petrovic, why did you go for Sanchez? Because you didn't need both. You know, so those are the little mistakes that been making, you know, along the way, and they keep on making the same mistake. Because if you're gonna need Petrovic, go for Petrovic first, because he was cheaper. Why did you go for Sanchez and Petrovic at the same time? So those are some silly mistakes that the board make, and the recruitment. You know, even if you're gonna sell Sanchez right now, it's gonna be a loss, because we paid 20-something million for him. There's no way no team's gonna come in and pay $20-something million back for Sanchez. So we keep on finding a way to make a loss in every single angle at all. Like you cannot get back the money that you pay for him. There's no way you're gonna end up recruiting all that money that you have lost right there. So Madueke, if you do gonna sell Nune, like you're not gonna make back the money. You probably can make assumption that probably a team will pay 35 for him. Because of the performance that they see in England youth level. So probably a team will say, okay, I'll give you 35. And I think we paid 35 for Madueke. So you probably can gain back all that you spend, but you probably don't get a profit. If you're going to sell Broja, you cannot make any profit of Broja because he's not playing. He's not even making the match bench for Fulham. We know we get $4 million, but he's still not getting any game time. So how are you going to get 35 million for him? He's not getting the game time. The only player that right now that I see where we can profit from at this point in time is Gallagher, is the like of Reece James, which we will come to later on in the video. The Chalobah. But how much do you going to get for Chalobah? How much do you going to get for Gallagher? Reece James is the one that you can say, yeah, we can get a big profit from. But you have to look at it again. Reece James been injured so many times. Like a lot of teams ain't going to want to pay the $60 or $70 million that Reece James, we are going to say Reece James is worth. No team ain't going to pay the 50 or 60 or 70 million for him because no one knows how he's going to come back. If he can play a full season without getting injured. How are you going to know if that injury going to reoccur? So there's a lot that we all have to sit back and look in, when really deep down inside, like ask ourselves all of these questions. Did these owners make the right choices by splashing the cash so quickly? Because for me, I don't think so. So there's a lot of questions to be asked, and there's a lot of questions to be answered. Will they come out and answer this question for us? Will someone come out and explain to us and show the respect to say, this is what we're trying and we're failed, or this is what we're trying, let us try to make it work. Right? None of us know, to be quite honest, what really going on, and it's really frustrated to see Burnley go down to 10 men, and we still could not get across the line. Like we still find a way out to draw the game after all of that all what been going on, where the manager have sent off they got a player sent off from the first half. So you have to say we play like 50, 55 minutes, upper man, and we still could not get across the line. We still couldn't cross the line at all. That to show you that there's problem in the camp. Either we're gonna like it or not. That to show you that there's something's wrong. Something is going on at Chelsea that need to be talked about and need to get fixed. Because we all sitting here as fans and we all just can talk all we want. We all can assume, but someone needs to come out and say something. Show the fans that pumping their money in the team a little bit of respect, at least. A little bit of respect to say, hey, we try this and we make a mistake, but we're gonna try our best to fix it. Something need to happen, and it need to happen quickly, because it can't continue down this road. We're gonna have to find a way. And the only way we're gonna find a way is for someone to come out and say something to help the fans relax or release our mind and let us know that you got the best intention for the team. But at this time, like, we don't know if you got the best intention at all. None of us know what's really going on. None of us know the outcome or what gonna reoccur or nothing at all. Like, none of us know the plan, the future, the present, the past. None of us, we know the past because we know Chelsea was a good team, a damn good team too. But the future, none of us know what the future holds because none of us know the plan. None of us know what's gonna happen or the intention for the team. Like, nothing at all. None of us know. We all sit here and we're all concerned. We all stress about it. But the answer is still not being answered. So either they don't respect the fans, because in America they got a rule and law where they say customer always right. And if you look at it, we are the customer. We are the customer because without the fans buying your merch, buying your merch and all those Chelsea gift and go to the games and stuff like that, like, the club won't be relevant because we are the one that keep the club going by buying a merch or whatever you buy from the club. You're putting money in the club so they can invest the money to keep the club floating. So at least, like, you need that respect, someone to come out and show the respect to, at least to the fans, to say, like, we make a mistake and we're trying to correct it. Even that will be good. But to see, like, 10-man Burnley, we couldn't even cross the line against 10-man Burnley. That to show you that either this team is not good enough at all, to be quite honest, because Burnley is a whipping boy for every single team in this Premier League. But we still find a way out to throw away 2 points, to Burnley after taking the lead twice. Congratulations to Cole Palmer, because that kid been carrying Chelsea on his back single-handedly. Mario Good, they've been carrying Chelsea on their back. And it's not fair for the young kid, who's just really getting his really big burst out season, being after being carrying all these loads and single-handedly, lifting all these players on their back, and defense. So everyone who's crying out for a striker, you guys have a rude awakening, because not only striker is Chelsea problem. Chelsea got big problem. And one of the biggest problem right now is we cannot keep a clean sheet at all. We find a way to concede goal. So that to show you right now, like, everyone is crying out for a striker. Striker is not our problem. At this time, like, striker is not a problem because we do score goals. We do find a way how to score goals. But can we look at it and say that we are finding a way to keep clean sheet? No, we're not finding a way to keep clean sheet. We're finding a way to concede goal. So we still got a lot to do. Honestly, we still have a lot to do. We still got a long way to go. This team not halfway of completing. So anyone that's sitting there as a Chelsea fan and saying that this team is ready, this team is not even halfway ready, to be honest. We're not halfway ready for nothing at all. When I say not ready, I mean not ready. And I mean like you're 100% not ready. So every single one that's there looking and saying that better days are coming next season, you better strap yourself in and ready for that bumpy ride. Because as I said, we are not ready at all. When I mean not ready, I mean really not ready. There's still a lot to do. And only thing we can do is sit and pray. Honestly, that's the only thing we can do is sit and pray because we still have a long way to go. And if everyone sit there and think Pochettino is the problem, Pochettino is not only the problem. We still got majority big problem because if you look at it, why Nagelsmann walk away from the job after they propose the team the way how they want to go about um to building a team. If you notice, he walk away. And why did he walk away? Because Nagelsmann, if he's gonna come to England, he want to come to compete. He want to come. He don't want to come and sit in a job where he gonna be getting backlash and all of this. He want to compete with the likes of Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, all those teams. He want to be up there. The same thing why he walk away from Tottenham job too, because he want to compete. He want players that can compete right now. And this ownership, that to show you that they did not want to have that type of manager that's gonna compete. The same thing with Enrique. Luis Enrique is the same thing too. They want to compete. They want to build something. And for Luis Enrique to come in, they would have to go and buy him a couple expensive young midfielders or the players that can fit his style of play. And that's what the owners didn't want. They didn't want all of that. So what they do is they go for the man who's gonna sit there, because if you look on his record with Tottenham, he did build a team at Tottenham and he didn't care about transfer for 2 or 3 seasons. So Tottenham could build a stadium. So for them, they were like, oh, if he can build this with Tottenham and he can go without getting transfer, oh, then this is the man for the job, because we're not going to spend any money in the next couple of years. Why do you think they don't go for world class, even on the board, sporting directors? Why do you think all these sporting directors turn us down? Because they're not going to have any money to spend the next couple of years. And guys, remember I told you that on this show, that for the next couple of years, the cash gonna dry up. The cash flow gonna dry up. So always thinking that, oh, they're willing to spend money. They're trying to build a young squad that can fit for 3 or 4 years before, or 5 years before they start to interject more money into that team. They will maybe find a little piece here and there to fit in. But remember, it's not going to be free flow spending like you see now. And remember, I told you guys on this show, it's not going to be that free flow anymore. So always thinking that it's going to be a free flow, remember, you guys need to wake up. That's why they get Pochettino, because Pochettino helped to build that Tottenham stadium without buying and signing players. So they're going to continue down this road by getting young players to try to build that stadium where they can get more in. And remember, I'm telling you, that's where it's gonna go. It's going right now. So we all can sit here and look and think that it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. We're not going to be challenging for Tiger anytime soon. So we can get that out of our mind and think that we're going to be here challenging for Tiger here and there. we're not going to challenge for a title for a minute. Remember that, because if these players don't settle in and adapt to the system, they ain't gonna go back out there and buy another Enzo, a better for Enzo, someone better than Enzo, because that's gonna cost so many money. They cannot spend $100 million again. And another Enzo or another Caicedo. So these players, they have to find someone who can get the best out of these young players that they got. And that's what they're gonna do in the next couple of years. They're gonna search and see what they can do. So don't be surprised if you get that De Zerbi, that know how to build a style of football and get the best out of some young players. So don't be surprised if you see De Zerbi as Chelsea's next manager. I know that a lot of people probably don't want to hear this, but it's just a fact. Don't be surprised if that's what you see next. So when you see that next, just remember you hear it here first. Don't be surprised if that's the next outcome for Chelsea is another De Zerbi, someone who gonna sit there, and take whatever you give to him and just try to work with it, because that's what De Zerbi do at Brighton. So if Pochettino do get sacked this summer, don't be surprised if a De Zerbi come in. And the reason why I want to be against a De Zerbi, because we got so many players that do play on the De Zerbi. Modric. Who else? Caicedo. I don't know. Cucurella didn't play under him. Caicedo. Colwell. Levi Colwell. So we got 3 players that do play on the De Zerbi. Reece James would be a type of player that De Zerbi would love. So we got players that really, really fit the way our De Zerbi like to use. And if you look at Cole Palmer, he's a De Zerbi type of player too. So that's what I'm saying. So don't be surprised, or do not get your hopes up that this gonna be a really jolly ride. This can be a really, really, really bumpy ride. Yeah, so at this time it's not an easy road, to be honest. It's gonna be one of those days for us. Hopefully that these young players that we buy, stop saying bad stuff about them and just trying to keep them motivated and keep them going. Say what you want to say about the owners, but leave the players out of it, because the end of the day is these players have nowhere to go. These players are here to stay. So for me, I wouldn't be bashing the players. If I was a Chelsea fan, bash the owners and the board all you want, but I would leave the players out of it. Let them sit comfortable and let them see if they can gradually, settle in, because this is the route that they choose to go down, and there's no turning back. So all who think that we can turn back, is looking at it on the wrong side. You need to flip over the coin, and see, or come on the other side of the track, the wrong side of the track. You need to come on the right side of the track, because at the end of the day, this is what we have, and this is what we have to work with. These players are what Chelsea Football Club have to work with. We have to work with it. We got no choice than to work with what we really got. And at this point in time, this is what they gave us to work with. And we're gonna have to suffer with it. We're gonna have to go to our bed frustrated, stressed, because this is what we are right now. Honestly, this is what we are right now. We can like it or not. We have to just accept it. You don't have to accept it. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to accept it. But with the players, I'm saying, if we're trying to sell all these young players, it's going to put us in a big financial part where we'll probably get thrown to the league. So we cannot get rid of none of these players. It's a long-term commitment. It's a long-term commitment. So we cannot get rid of these players right now because it's gonna be only loss. And down in the future, it's gonna hurt us real bad. So we have to find a way to comfort these players. We're gonna have to, like it or not, man. We have to. We have to find a way to help these young players. We have to. We have no choice right now than to help them, than to comfort them, and to wish and hope that one day they all will come like a Cole Palmer and a Gusto. That's all we're gonna have to do. And hopefully Reece James can come back and stay fit, and Fofana. Because right now we do need defenders. We're struggling in the defense department, like struggling really bad. Like we do need defenders. Disasi ain't good enough. I don't know who think that Disasi was gonna be that world beater, but Disasi ain't good enough for Chelsea, to be quite honest. He got some magnificent game where I can say, yeah, he did put on some good performance, but he's the same type of player like Chalobah. To be honest, did we upgrade on Chalobah? I don't think so. I don't think we did upgrade on Chalobah at all because Disasi is the same thing like Chalobah. You know, when he was at Monaco, you know, yeah, you can say because the French league is totally different than the Premier League. The Premier League is a fast-paced league. The first time I see Balichil play, you know, he caught my eye when Henry was at Monaco when Henry was coaching because Fabregas was over there too. So, you know, as I always trying to follow my former Chelsea player, so I used to like watching Monaco because Fabregas was over there, and you can see the potential, you know, but you can see the talent. But the Premier League is a totally different league. You know, he definitely showed that he can be a good backup defender, but he's not showing right now that he's a leader defender or he can lead. The same thing with Disasi. It seems like the Premier League is too much for him. And that's just the truth. You know, we can say what we want to say, but the fact is we still need defender. So you spend $1 billion, but the squad we still short in many ways because if you look at it, we still need an out-and-out striker because Jackson, to me, when he's out wide, that's when you get the best out of Jackson. You know, down the middle, it's a iffy here and there, but down the wings, you know, on the opposite sides, any sides, like he do draw opponent, you know, towards him because he's that good out wide. But he's not an out-and-out striker. We still need an out-and-out striker. We still need an out-and-out DM. You know, we still need a defender. And we still need a world-class goalkeeper. So if you look at it, we still need that. We buy $1 billion. We still haven't have a spine, because a spine you need a goalkeeper, you need a defender, you need a midfielder, you need a striker. That is your spine of a team. You need 4 key players: a goalkeeper, a defender, a midfielder, and a striker. That's a spine, or an attacking player. That's a spine, and we still haven't have a spine yet after spending so much money. So how do you think that Chelsea gonna be splashing the cash in the summer? You're gonna be in for a rude awakening because you can forget about it. We all can sit here and talk about it, but remember, I told you so, that we are not going to get all these fittings that we need to compete or need to be relevant again. Remember, I told you guys. So sit back, relax, and just wait because it's gonna be a long, long, long summer. If you notice, Chelsea struggled to get sponsorship. Whenever you used to see Chelsea struggle to get nothing at all done. Like Pochettino is saying is a new Chelsea. It is a new Chelsea because that's what they want us to start to think and start to believe and start to say that is a new Chelsea. But Chelsea gonna always be Chelsea. There cannot be a new Chelsea. If it's gonna be a new Chelsea, you have to be done in the conference league or in the Sunday league where you're starting from scratch. So Chelsea's in the Premier League cannot be a new Chelsea. If Chelsea get kicked out of the league, completely out of every league, and have to start back over from down there to come all the way up, then you can say it's a new Chelsea. But Chelsea is still Chelsea. So you cannot say it's a new Chelsea without the team get kicked out of the league, completely out of the league. That's the only way you can say it is a new Chelsea. But for me right now, it's not a new Chelsea. So all those crap that they're talking about, like they just need to cock it up. Whatever they're smoking, they need to stop smoking because this is not a new Chelsea. This is the same Chelsea. The only way it can be a new Chelsea or less, they start all over again from scratch. And Chelsea not starting back from scratch. So therefore, they are the one that need to wake up and get things in order and get things right. Because there's no way, I'm going to sit here and say that Chelsea is a new Chelsea. Like, if you can handle the pressure that Chelsea come with, all you got to do is walk away. Anything you do in life, if you can cope with the pressure that it brings, leave it alone. It's not for you. So all they need to do is stay away from the club and get someone that know how to run a club. That's the only thing that they have to do. Because none of these directors that they bring, for me, don't even know how to run Chelsea. Because they come from a mid-table team and Chelsea. Like, where do they get all of this from? I'm shaking my head, man. It's been a rough 2 years. A rough 2 years. So each and every Chelsea fan out there, to be honest, since these owners come in, like they're trying to change everything because they want people to say it's a new Chelsea. And if whatever they're trying to do fail, like, oh, this is not Chelsea for the last 20 years. Like, nothing go that way. Chelsea advance and gradually grow from the Zola days, the Vialli days, Desai, all those players from way back. Babayaro, the left back, was that left back, Wayne Bridge. Like, that's how far Chelsea are coming from. Dennis Wise, all those players. They already been through the rough part and the tough part and bring us into the future. Now we're going into another future. And you want to tell me that you're going to reverse? You're coming from your Franco Zola, your Jimmy Floyd Asabak, the Arnie Good Johnson, your Dennis Wise. Name them. Brancard. I can't even call his name properly, but Brancard, the Dutch right back, the Jed one with the Jeds, the Frank de Bro, the out and out strong leader, Dennis Wise, Emmanuel Petit, one time was at Chelsea too. Look where you're coming from. Like, you're coming from way, 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 way down and ultimately build yourself. The Duff, Damien Duff. Like, we used to got a Danish winger, I can't remember his name, was so good. Like, Chelsea gradually build and get world-class players and grow. So why you want to tell me now to sacrifice less when I know I deserve more? Like, should I really sacrifice less when I know I deserve more? I don't think so. The only way I would sacrifice less, or less I have no nothing good for my life. You're trying to tell me to sacrifice less, but long as I have something good that I want to achieve in life, I don't see why should I sacrifice less. I should never hear telling myself that I'm gonna sacrifice less. Hmm. I'm not gonna sit here and tell anyone to sacrifice less in life, man. Because with me, I'm always gonna look for the best, and I'm always gonna want the best. Doesn't matter what it is or how it is, but the best for me is what our only thing that I really accept in life. I'm not gonna accept no mediocre at all. Like mediocre don't count. Like if you want good, your nose off to run. You have to work hard. You have to sweat. And all those people that built Chelsea Football Club from back in the in the eight in the 19 in the 1800 or 1700, like they put in all the hard work. They sweat, blood, tears, whatever you take to bring it the club where it is. So why should we come right? Why should we accept it? Why should my four parents build a foundation for me to gradually grow and for life to be better for me, and I want to go back to their days? Why would I? Why would I want to see my parents work so hard to build a foundation for me and then I come and throw it away? That means all my parents' hard work go down the drain. I never want to accept that. I can never live with that. How should I live with stuff like that? So because you want to come in and you want to change so much, you don't want to build on what you got. You want to change and reverse everything and go to mediocre. So you expect me to settle for mediocre? I don't think so. I don't think no one in life should settle for mediocre, because mediocre don't bring us nowhere at all. Why would you want to settle for mediocre when you know deep down inside, deep down inside, you know that you could have done things better to make life better? But no, you want to screw up and expect me to accept your screw up. You want me to sit there and accept your downfall. Why should I accept your downfall when it's not my fault? It's not my fault you regress. I'm playing my part because I buy my merch. I don't get to go to games, but I do buy my merch. I'm putting in my sense here and there. So why would I want to accept for your failure? I'm not gonna take your failure and think it is my failure too, because I'm not the one that failed. You are the one that failed, and you're failing the people. Roman made mistake. Everyone made mistake in life, but at least we were still up there. We're still playing in Europe, and if we don't play in Europe one year, we bounce back to that next year. Just like 2012, when we finished 10th, but we're the champion of Europe. Those are the little things. When we were struggling under Frank Lampard in the December period because we were leading the table and then Tuchel come in, and what we do, we go on to win. Just like here under Jose Mourinho, we finished. I don't remember how we finished, but we finished really low. And we go in the UEFA Cup, I think. Something like that. And we end up win the UEFA Cup. At the other year, and then we go again with after we got that bad season under Jose Mourinho, we got Conte come in. We run on. Arsenal beat us. He changes formation. We go on undefeated for the remainder of the season. We won the Premier League. You know, so stuff like those. Why should I settle for less? Like, there's no way we should accept failure. If you got no resources, then it would be different. But we do got the resource. We use it wrongfully. Because we want to get rid of everything that got a connection to the club. And to say, oh, we're building a new Chelsea. We want to get rid of all the players, the young players that come through the system, because you want to build a new Chelsea. So what you want to do, if all the supporters walk away today, if every single supporters stand up and don't go to the games, don't buy any merch for a month, I want to know how that will look and how that will feel and how that will go for the club. The people are important. The players are important. We have to find a common ground. Say that to say this. It can be better if you guys communicate with the fan base. Things can be better and things can get better. We, each and every one of us, can hold our hand up and say we all have our part to play. But the supporters can't play their part if they don't know what's going on. Like, you know that we know that we all are winners. And that's what Chelsea been doing for many, many years. Find a way. There's always a way to communicate with the supporters. Make them feel like they're a part of the team. Make them feel like they're a part of the community. Make them feel like they're a part of the club. Hope one day things will get better. Game that's coming up in the midweek. You know, Chelsea play Manchester United in the midweek. You know, that's another game that we all have to look on and hope that we can at least get a 3 point. You know, because we cannot suffer a defeat against Manchester United, especially at Stamford Bridge. You know, so we have to wake up and get ready for this one. We cannot be outplayed by Manchester United. And honestly, if we get outplayed by Manchester United, and if we not even outplay, if we lose against Manchester United, I don't know if I can hold it no more, to be honest. So that's the part I'm going to wait and see what's really, really going to go on with that game. But hopefully, you know, the players turned up and put a performance against Manchester United, at least get a 3 points and start to close some gaps. You know, that's the only thing we can wish for right now. You know, try to close the gap and try to see how much we can advance and go. because right now we do need it. And Reece James, I heard the rumors about Reece James. Um, I think because they've got a bad result, and a lot of these outlets are really happy to see Chelsea in the mud. So every time they get a chance to write a little piece, everyone gonna jump at it to write something to unsettle the team. To be quite honest, even more because they love when they have someone they can take the mick out of, because Tottenham and Arsenal used to be the mick taker, and now they're both doing good, and Chelsea is in the mud. So I guess they want to sink us further in the mud. But for me, I'm not gonna take too much concern of it at this point in time. I'm hoping the upcoming week we'll see more about Reece James, or see more about it and see where what the article really come from, and the reason behind it, and then we will come back and do a video on it and take our claims on it. But for right now, I'm not gonna dwell too much on it. Not at this time. Wait a little bit and see where we go from there, and then we'll come back and adjust it. But in the meantime, there's not too much to say about it, to be honest. Hopefully that Reece James are staying, and I would love to see Reece James, at the right back. And if we don't get a good if we don't have the money to buy a left back, Reece James can be on one wing, Gusto can be on one wing because he played here before. And at this time, like, there's not too much about Ben Chilwell, because he's not up to speed, to be quite honest, for me. Okay, I see a breaking news. Let me see if it's something interesting. Breaking news: Squad have made it clear to the club owners that they would like to see Mauricio Pochettino replaced at the end of the season. Well, I don't know where this is coming from, but this is 3 hours ago. I haven't seen any which squad are you talking about? I'm just reading some of the stuff on it. This can be another fake news. As I said, like, it's gonna always be a lot of fake news around go around, especially when it come on to Chelsea, because everyone gonna have their own narrative. All the Manchester United fan base, they're gonna have their narrative, because everyone likes to see when Chelsea suffer. So it's gonna always be some narrative when it comes on to Chelsea. So I don't take all these narrative into to consideration, to be quite honest. Hendrick again showed Chelsea why they should have signed him when they get the chance to. They didn't want to reflect the market. But, this kid show again that, he's one that they missed out on. Todd Bowley will be removed as chairman in 2027. We all know that. Whatever they have going on right there. This from Frank De on ESPN. see if I can pull the article up. Chelsea owner have destroyed the club, insists Frank de Boer, as an ex-Blues defender. Laver is old leader is old side. Unfortunate with players uh, lacking brain and art after the job. Well, we all gonna know that that all the former players that they gonna see and know that this was our performance from Chelsea. Wasn't a good performance at all. Like there's nothing good to take from this game, to be quite honest. And we can all sit here and raffle about it, but deep down inside we know that this season could have turned out better for us, which is not. Because bad choices by the manager sometimes, bad choices by players, and it's just an all round performance from each and every one that's involved with the team. To be quite honest, so it's not only just one part to blame. I'm not gonna even blame Pochettino anymore. To be honest, the old collective players, manager, head of recruitment, medical staff, owners, like something is going on where I don't know. But we need to figure it out though. We have to figure it out. I'm just looking if nothing else, popped up today, different from the Reece James, because as I said, I don't believe the Reece James one at all. To be quite honest, you know, I'm not gonna say I believe it. All right, there's nothing much here, guys. Remember to like the video. I've been talking and I'm not even remember to tell you guys to remember to like the video. Remember to like the video, guys, and remember to subscribe and share. And if you can share it with your family and friends, I really appreciate it. You know, thank you each and every one that been watching and been supporting the channel. We got 10 likes on this video. If you can hit the like button for, but we're gonna round this video off. We're gonna run this video off in a little bit. While I'm still here on live. Leave some other games to see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with my next video that I'm gonna do. Probably try to do the research upon Reece James and all these transfer that's going around and see what I can get from there. So I want to say thank you to each and every one. Andy, big up yourself. Always here, always tuning in. I think I need to get a number for the channel. I think I need to get a number for the channel. Cause just like Andy today, where you don't really use social media like that, you could at least get to the WhatsApp and WhatsApp me. So I think I'm gonna get a number for the channel. For those who don't use social media, if we're gonna do any giveaway, we can communicate right there. Well, there's no more news popping up. No more news. No more news. No more news. But we enjoy this wonderful weekend of football. The only thing that we haven't enjoyed is Chelsea, to be honest. But everything else we did. But we can say we did enjoy all the rest of it. And well done to all these teams that really put on their good performance this weekend, like Newcastle and all the rest of the teams. The Fulham with their comeback. It's the Liverpool that really take it to the next level. The Reggae Boys of Jamaica. In the summer, we're planning to do some probably some Reggae Boys content, but the games always come on that late, and I have to go to my bed. To be quite honest, I only can watch majority like halfway the games, because I have to get up so early to go to work. But the Copa America is playing, and the Reggae Boys gonna be participating in it. So I'm gonna have to see how much content I can do too on the Reggae Boys, not only Chelsea, because I ain't got to make two channels. So I'm gonna talk about my Reggae Boys here too, and some of my favorite teams, not only just the Chelsea. I know that I'm a Chelsea fan, but I love to watch all. To be honest, I watch almost every game if I can. To be quite honest, I'm a football fan. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm a football fan overall. I like to watch good football. So if football is going on, I will watch it. Like I was watching the Man City game with the Rennes and Strasbourg today, and that's how I like to watch football. I was watching the Bayer Leverkusen game yesterday while I was watching the Premier League, but I watched one on my phone and on the TV. I'll watch the main one. I put it where my eyes can glimpse it at all times, back and forth. But if this Chelsea game is going on, I don't really watch any other game, to be quite honest. I just watch only the Chelsea game. So and then I will watch the rest of the games on the replay. But I want to say, for all the reggae the ladies today, unfortunate that you guys lost, but it was a good game. You guys take it to the end, and you guys show, what Chelsea should be like. And even though it's a loss, I would say congratulations to Arsenal because the ladies team, because they won it. And next year I know Chelsea will come back bigger and better, even though MIS is leaving. But well done, ladies. Well done. And for me, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up in the next 10 minutes, if nothing else popped up. I was looking to see what else I have. I'm trying to see what else I can find. Cause the news being The news been dried up today. All right, window. Yeah, this is the only thing popping up is about the Reese James. Uh, just about Reese James. I don't think nothing much is going on more than Reese James to Real Madrid and Reese James to that's the only thing they've been saying. Reese James. Anyway, Reese James is our captain, so why would they put him up for sale? So I just think that someone is just trying to get a narrative or something. So I will believe this one when I see it. To be quite honest, how would you put up Reese James for sale when you're not gonna get the real value for him? Because for the last 2 years he haven't played consistent. So why would you put up Reese James for sale when you know that Reese James gonna be at least an $80 million player, and you're only gonna probably sell him for $50 million? Like, why would you put up Reese James for sale? So that's what I can get, and that's what the part I can't understand about it. To be honest, unless someone can come and tell me there's something else behind it, but I don't think these owners are that stupid to really think that they can sell Reese James right now, right here and then, when you know deep down inside that you're not gonna get the value. You know, Reese James ain't a cheap player, and he's showing that. So how would you sell Reese James? Like, that make no sense to me. That's the part that I can't understand, and that's the part that don't really make sense to me. I don't think that we would be able to sell Reese James, to be honest. That's just my belief though. I can be right and I can be wrong. But for me, I don't think that we can sell Reese James at this point in time. So I'm not gonna go too deeply into this narrative right here and right now, because I know that if we do sell him, the rate right now ain't that gonna be that good. And we all know these owners are the one right now. They're talking about deflate the market. They did deflate the market because they come in and try to do trades and bring in all different type of ideas to the Premier League and to different places. So right now, like, player sales going way down, in my belief. So I don't think that that the next couple of years from now, players gonna be going for those ridiculous price tag that being set for a minute now. So all of that gonna change slowly but surely. I know for sure they're trying to control back the market, and they're not gonna stop until they accomplish that goal. To be quite honest, so all who think that the market is gonna continually rise, they trying to control it, because it's ridiculous the amount of money the Premier League spend. To be honest, so it's going it's not gonna be that way anymore. So sooner or later, the price range on the Premier League, it's gonna go back down to normal. So right now the spending that they're doing is not gonna be that high rate of spending anymore. I can guarantee you right now that all of this that the FA are doing with deducting points and is to control the teams and control the spending and the market. So the Premier League gonna have to start to go in for players with lower budget, and and if for me, I don't really I'm not gonna complain, to be quite honest, because I don't want to see my team being losing money, to be quite honest. I wouldn't mind if my team only buy what's necessary. So that will help some of the team too, only to do the necessary buyings. Like if you don't need a player, just leave the player where the player is. So we're gonna be here to see how it turned out, and see if it's gonna be one of those thing where the welcome to the show, American broadcast striker. If I pronounce it, America best striker. Sorry, yeah, I had got a little faggy on that side. Yeah, people, but Premier League game was really entertaining this weekend. I know I'm probably getting boring your guy now. So I'm gonna round off at the 2 hour mark, but it was really good to sit and talk football with you guys again. And thank you guys for always tuning in. All who's watching the show, I really appreciate each and every one of you. For all the love and the support that you guys have been giving the community. We're growing. We're growing, and we're growing fast, and we're continually, I have to say thanks, because the growing is growing better and better each week. We just want to get monetized, but we're getting there slowly but surely. We're getting there. So if it's not today, it will be tomorrow. But what can we say than to pray some blue love? Chelsea on top. Yep, some blue love. Blue love. All right, thank you guys for watching your boy GFC Golf on YouTube channel. I'm gonna leave you guys with my son soundtrack. Thank each and every one that watch and support.
Coming from a bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me just for you. But it ain't easy, it's hard to get used to. Minding my own business, I'm not worried about what he do. Cause nowadays, all the niggas, they be see-through. I always said this is that I'm staying around people. Finding my own path like I'm writing my own sequel. Two-faced people all around, they be evil. 2021, you can never trust nobody. Good and bad thoughts on my mind, they be crowded. Wish a nigga past his limits, then he see he bought it. Family worked hard, but I never catch them found it. Came a long way, in my dream now I be drowning. Niggas stay dying, I hear got some hearts pounded. Multi-talented, my passion I haven't found it. Yeah, in my home, I was never ever doubted.
Yeah, that was the song from my son. Music video. You can go over there and subscribe if you want to hear that song again. I think it's on YouTube. But I want to say thank you to each and every one that watching as we close out with this song one more time. Thank you and peace. The boy GSC Garvin. Enjoy your rest of your Easter Sunday.
Coming from a bad place, oh yeah. Tryna be a better me just for you. But it ain't easy, it's hard to get used to. Minding my own business, I'm not worried about what he do. Cause nowadays, all the niggas, they be see-through. I always said this is that I'm staying around people. Finding my own path like I'm writing my own sequel. Two-faced people all around, they be evil. 2021, you can never trust nobody. Good and bad thoughts on my mind, they be crowded. Push a nigga past his limits, then you see he bought it. Family work hard, but I never catch them frowning. Came a long way, in my dream now I be drowning. Niggas stay dying out here, got some hearts pounded. Multi-talented, my passion I haven't found it. Yeah, in my home, I was never ever doubted.